everyone, it's Ruby and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another get ready with me video. You guys seem to like these videos, so I thought I'd film myself getting ready for an event today. So if you'd like to watch me get ready, I am doing my hair, my makeup and showing you guys my outfit at the end. So if you'd like to see what I do, then please keep on watching. So for today's video, I decided to start off by doing my hair, and I usually like to do my makeup first, but by the time I get to my hair, I get really lazy and I just end up tying it up. My hair is naturally curly and frizzy, so I love straight hair. I love straightening my hair, which is what I'm doing right now. So all I did was I started off by blow drying my hair and just smoothing out the curls, relaxing the curls with a hairbrush. And at this point, I'm just sectioning off my hair and going through piece by piece so I can straighten it with my GHD. I am going over it a few times, but keep in mind that I do have really thick hair. Plus, I use a really good heat protectant, which I'll list down below. So this part is pretty much self-explanatory. I'm just going around my hair or around my head, straightening my hair until I can get it as straight as possible with my GHD. Once my hair is nice and straight, I figure out whether I want to wear my hair as a deep part to the side or if I just want to do a center part. Once I figured it out, I just go ahead and I use some dry shampoo and I spray that in the roots. This is the Siedel dry shampoo for dark hair. They do have one for light hair which comes in a purple bottle. This one in the blue bottle is designed for people who have dark hair just like me. You guys are probably wondering why I'm spraying dry shampoo in my hair even though it's clean. Dry shampoo is great for in-between washes. It absorbs the oil. It makes your hair smell nice and fresh like you've had a shower. The dry shampoo is also a great product for creating volume and lift where you need it around the crown, on the scalp, just so your hair doesn't sit flat on your head. When creating volume in the crown area and creating lift at the roots, I honestly prefer dry shampoo over those volumizing powders. I'm able to work with my hair the next day with dry shampoo compared to the volumizing powders. I just think they make my hair feel dirty and sticky, whereas dry shampoo allows me to wear my hairstyle for a lot longer without having to wash my hair. Because this is a daytime event, I wanted to leave my hair as simple as possible, so all I'm doing is reparting my side part. You guys know that I love parting my hair to the side and creating that deep side part to the left. Wearing your hair straight isn't that fabulous, but I feel like when I add that side part, it just jazzes things up a little. Now we're finally onto the makeup, and just like my hair, I wanted to keep my makeup relatively simple and effortless. Just like I always do, I'm starting off with my skincare, and I applied a little bit of my moisturizer and allowed that to sink into my skin before applying my foundation. The foundation that I'm using today is my M.A.C Studio Sculpt. This has quickly become one of my favorite foundations. I used to use it a while ago, and then for a few years I stopped using it, and then I decided to repurchase it again last time that I was in M.A.C. And I'm just using my round top kabuki brush from Sigma to stipple and also buff that into my skin. So the time has finally come for me to cover up my blemishes, scarring and hyperpigmentation. I'm using my Studio Finish Concealer by M.A.C on an Axle Precision brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to be applying this on any of my blemishes that I have, and then switching over to a M.A.C 217 brush to buff a little bit of this concealer underneath my eyes. I'm also going to be taking a little bit of that concealer and applying this onto my lids to act as a base. Before I apply my cheeks or my contour, I'm going to be using a small veil of translucent powder all over my skin, and this is to ensure that the products don't stick and cling onto my base. I'm also using the Sigma large powder brush to dust this product onto my skin. I'm more of a cream contour, cream blusher type gal, but as of lately I've been using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, especially the shade Fawn, the center color in the kit. I just think it's perfect for contouring for my skin tone. And then once I've just applied my contour, I'm going to be dipping into two blush shades from my Ben Nye palette. I'll list all the information about the products that I'm using in the description box down below, but I'm pretty much using this color not only as a cheek color, but also dusting the remainder of this blush all over my face so I can have that healthy glow. To highlight my cheekbones, I'm going to be using my Lou-Maniser by TheBalm, and I'm just going to be using a small powder brush to apply this on the tops of my cheekbones and also on the high points of my brows. I'm also going to be using my fingers to use a little bit of this highlighter and apply this in between my brows, on my cupid's bow, and also on the tip of my nose as well. If you guys haven't tried the Ben Nye eyeshadows and blushes, you are seriously missing out. I used to use them all the time when I did freelance makeup for brides and all that. They are absolutely amazing and great to have in your kit if you are a makeup artist or you just love makeup like everybody else here on YouTube. I took the lightest shade in the eyeshadow palette and applied this as a wash all over the lids. And I applied this as a transitional shade slightly above the crease. To deepen up and darken our crease, I decided to mix these two grey shades together and just running it on the outer portion of my crease using circular motions to blend it in. And the brush that I'm using to push this product into the crease is my M.A.C 217 brush. With my Sigma E40 brush, I decided to soften out the edges of my eyeshadows even further because I wanted the eyes to be a lot more softer, more blended out, and more appropriate for the daytime. With the same two grey eyeshadows, I'm mixing them together and applying this to the lower lash line, concentrating the bulk of this colour on the outer third of my lower lash line. The brush that I'm using is the short shader brush, and this works really well at applying colour underneath the lower lashes. So far, all the colours in the Ben Nye palette were matte, so I decided to use the shade Retrospect by M.A.C and apply this all over the lids using a flat brush. To highlight the inner corners and also the brow bone area, I'm going to be using the shade Nylon on that same synthetic flat brush, and I'm just going to be applying a generous amount to this area just so it can brighten and lighten this whole entire eye look up. So to create our liner, I decided to use eyeshadows, and if you are using eyeshadows as eyeliner, you want to make sure that they are matte. I mixed the dark brown and black together on an angled brush, and I'm going to be lining my top lash line as closely as possible and slightly feathering and smoking it out. This is going to help give our lashes some definition and thickness. Using my Eyeko Black Magic Mascara, I'm applying a few coats to my top lashes only. This is definitely one of my favorite mascaras. It just does a really good job at opening up my eyes and making my lashes look very fan-like. And now we are finally onto the lips, and I'm using my M.A.C lip liner in the shade Stone. I never thought I'd like this lip liner. It's grown on me. And I love pairing this lip liner with my blankety lipstick from M.A.C Cosmetics. I just feel like they are the perfect combination, perfect lip color together. Now you can leave this lip look as is, but I like to apply a lip gloss. This is my Mary Kay at Play nude lip gloss, and no matter how much I apply, it doesn't make my lips feel sticky. My lips don't stick together. There's no stringy lip gloss thing happening on my lips as you saw when I pressed my lips together. And this is my Earthy-Toned makeup look done. All I'm doing now is just zhuzhing up the crown area of my hair before I start getting changed. Now don't be terrified, children and adults. I am in my robe. I do apologize, but I want to show you, I guess, like the before and after of my wardrobe, if that makes sense. So my outfit is rather laid back and simple. I just have a white tank on with some blue jeans from Guess and this duster coat by Cotton On, as well as these sandals which are white from Siren. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you love these types of get ready with me videos, then don't forget to leave me a comment and thumbs up this video. Subscribe by hitting the pink button on the screen right here or the subscribe button down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!